Hey y'all, thank you for visiting my channel, How Do You Cook? Back to Basics. Today we are going to cook tuna helper. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your canned tuna and open that up. And set that over to the side. If I can get my can open. Okay, there we go. Now the basic tuna helper calls for 2 cans of tuna fish. Okay, I'm going to grab a bowl so I can show you how I drain my tuna. And it calls for drained tuna. So this is how I do it. Usually I'll open it up a little bit like this, and then I will put my can over the tuna fish and I'll just start squeezing the juice out of it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but try to squeeze as much juice out of it as you possibly can. There's one can. And here's the other. Try to get as much juice out of your can as you possibly can. Usually give the cats the juice. Okay? Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and add all of our ingredients to our pan. The instructions on the box call for stir pasta, sauce mix, hot water, milk, butter, and tuna in a 10-inch skillet. Heat to boiling. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta. And my seasoning packet. Make sure you get all that in there. And I usually use my finger for this. I usually get all the tuna in there. Oops. That was a big bloop. Okay. Got my tuna. Got my 4 tablespoons of butter in there. And then it calls for 2 cups of milk. We're going to go ahead and add our milk. Then it calls for 1 2/4 cup of hot water. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is turn your stove on high. Go ahead and stir all this up. Try to mix it up as much as you can, the best you can. Just try to stir it until it's well mixed while you're waiting on your water to come to a boil. So once this comes to a boil, I'll come back and show you what we do next. Okay, y'all, our tuna helper has started boiling. So what you're going to want to do is turn this down to medium low. And that's about a 3 on my stove. And once it kind of starts calming down a little bit, you can put the lid on it then. Don't know if y'all can really see that. There you go. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on and continue cooking. So there you go. Be back in a bit. Okay, y'all. So I had to turn my heat down just a little bit more because it started to overflow and overflow over the pan. Usually I use a bigger pan for this, but see, I'm making a mess. But anyway, as long as it doesn't run over too bad, you're good. So you're going to want to stir this periodically throughout the cooking process. And the instructions say, let me grab those real quick. Excuse me. The instructions say to simmer about 11 minutes, stirring occasionally until pasta is tender. Refrigerate leftovers. So, I'll come back when it gets closer to being done. Okay, y'all. Our tuna helper is done. You can see that there's still a lot of liquid left in here. That will thicken up as it gets cooler. So, we're just going to leave it at that and stop the cooking process. And just let it sit for about 5 minutes. And you'll see how thick it gets in a minute. So, I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. Okay, y'all. So this is what your tuna helper will look like after it's been sitting for about 5 minutes after it's been cooked. And it will continue to thicken after the fact. So, okay, y'all, that's it. Cheesy tuna helper. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button and please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any of my new upcoming recipes. See you soon. Bye-bye.